Hello everyone, this is Sam Smith with Delivering Smiles, and I'm here today to show you how to use eMentor as a night manager. The first thing you're going to need to do is to click on the eMentor icon. It should have this blue E and it should say eMentor. Now the login information should already be filled in. If it's not, please text dispatch as soon as you can. You need to click on login and wait for it to finish loading. Now, you're going to want to click on these three bars up here. Ignore the screen that pops up right here with all these different scores, all little boxes like this, with the phone and the timer. That's not what you need to be worried about. What you need to use as a night manager is this. Click on the three bars, DVCR, all caps. And now you might be wondering, hey, wait, Sam, it's saying May 20th, and it's only 4 p.m., so why is it showing people checking out at 7? Well, that's the thing about DVCR. When it first pops up, it'll show you today's date, but it won't actually be on today's date. So when you pull it up, and every time you reload the page, you have to click on May 20th, or whatever the date is, and then click on the date again. And now you can see there's virtually nobody is checked out. So then what you're going to need to do is to click here, click 25 items per page. That's optional. It's just to make it easier for you. And then click on this bar that says driver. And you should see this small triangle pop up right next to it. And this, as you can see, sorts drivers alphabetically. So what you're going to need to do is every time a driver comes in, you're going to need to look to see if they've signed out. You see Nicholas right here has signed out. Let's say you're at the station right here. Nicholas comes in and he says, okay, here's my pouch, I'm checking out. Then you look on here and it says, okay, Nicholas, you signed out, so you're good to go. Then Nefertiti comes in and she says, here's my pouch, I'm ready to go. And you say, oh, Nefertiti, you haven't signed out. I'm going to need you to sign out for eMentor. And then if she says, oh, I already did sign out. Here, look at my phone, and she shows you, and it looks like she did sign out of eMentor. What you're going to need to do is to just reload the page. Then click on May 20th again, sort it by driver again, and then if you'd like, put more items per page again, and then go to Nefertiti, and if she really did log out since the last time you reloaded the page, it should show a new post-trip number right here when she actually did log out. Now, if the driver is showing you their phone, and it does look like they've logged out, it's showing the login screen for whatever phone they used eMentor from, and it's still on here even after you reload, not showing a post-trip registering, you need to text dispatch immediately because that's a technical problem we need to know about. Then at the end of the night, after all the drivers are checked out, what you need to do is one last time reload the page, hit May 20th again, but this time don't sort it by driver. What you're going to need to do is sort it by post-trip at the very end of the night. This is after everyone has already come in. And what you're doing here is you're seeing if there's anyone that you missed. Now you see sort by post-trip. Now you see when you have the arrow pointing up, the triangle, that shows first all the people that do have a post-trip. So you don't want that. So you want the triangle pointing down because that'll show all the people that don't have a post-trip. And at the end of the night, you might see all of these filled in, but then one person, let's say Quentin, who doesn't have a post-trip. And then you could say, hey, something's up with Quentin. So you can sort alphabetically again, go look at Quentin. Where is he? Quentin Herbert right here. And then you see if there might be a duplicate. Like there might be another Quentin Herbert that he signed in at 12 and he signed out at 8, but for whatever reason, it still shows him as having signed in at some other point. Now that's still bad, but it's not really bad. If you see someone and they only have one sign-in, right here, like Quentin Herbert does, and at the end of the night, after they've checked out, they still don't have a post-trip number, even after you've reloaded the page, you need to call them and see if they're using eMentor on their phone. If they are, please tell them to sign out immediately. They need to sign out. And if they're not, if they used eMentor on their Rabbit, what you're going to need to do is to go into Cortex, find whatever Rabbit he was using, and then call that number either on your phone or on Google Voice or whatever. Just find some way to make that phone ring so you know which phone it is. Then pick up that phone once you found it, and then go into eMentor and then sign out. Even after you do that, and after you call him and make sure you signed out on his phone, if it's still not signed out, send dispatch a text or an email or something so we know, because that means there's some sort of technical issue. So that should just about cover it, and thank you very much.